David McFall. Dave, thanks very much. I look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, okay, thank you for that.
Okay.
Catch you shortly.
And here comes David McFall. He's missed out on that nice little match up here, but he's just in time to catch another toughie. Csernoviczki over the bronze medalist from London 2012, the Hungarian, faces Maria Celia Laborde of Cuba. It's Csernoviczki in white and Laborde in blue, and welcome back to David McFall.
All right, just getting underway here. So I hope you got some good insights there from Dave Brown.
I did, actually. Whilst you were away, we managed to enjoy quite a number of contests, included Menezes and Rosanu, and also Kuznetsova and Galbadrak. That was a top draw fight, it really was. And Kuznetsova again dished out the name as a masterclass. She is coming. That girl is really, really looking good.
Well, me and Dave, while you were away, had a really interesting discussion as far as the concept of development of newaza and how that's judged by the referees. And yeah, it was a really nice conversation about what they're looking for and the development of knowledge on the part of referees as far as what is activity that is effective development versus activity that's just activity.
Yeah. Well, and then in that last contest, even in Tatuwaza, we saw the same thing. The Turkish girl was active, but she wasn't actually producing anything.
Right.
You know, she was showing some activity, but hasn't really produced anything. Papinashvili and Engelmeyer are down on mat number 3. Safarov and Kosor are on mat number 2. We're watching Csernoviczki and Laborde because we're really waiting for Asami Haruna and Carmen Bogdan to come up. But the matches there are really great. Munkbatler and Setzig and Eblin Lukumi. I'm not going to try and kid you with that one. That's maybe not, a 5-star. Asami and Bogdan, that's a pretty good match. Darius Mestre Alvarez and Paulo Pareto, absolutely, that's Pan Am Championship, a gold medal match there. And Charlene Van Snick and Tatiana Lima, incredible potential in that one. Really, really good. So we've got some really terrific matchups coming there. I'm just going to run through what's happening. So that was on mat number 1 in the under 48 kilo category. Mat number 2, Shansky and Kelips. That's going to be a tough one for the Kelpis, the Cypriot. And then Takato Naoisa faces Javier Guedes. That's the Japanese and the Venezuelan. We might go to see that. Smetov and Kilbazinski's coming up. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The Cubans got hold of Csernoviczki and thrown her, nor does Csernoviczki. But, Laborde, that's a possibility. It's Wazari, so Csernoviczki's not out of it, and there's 2:34 to go. When you throw Csernoviczki, you want to make sure that you put her away.
Don't shoot the bear. You're just going to make him angry.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to tune in for the first round of the Asami match. Well, we were trying to finish up Engelmeyer, and we didn't have enough time.
Asami, I went down there to watch it, actually. Went down to see that match. That was a good win for her. Papinashvili and Engelmeyer down on mat number 3. We'll follow that with Telmanov and Mushkiev, and then Dashnova and Pesha, and then Ganbat and Gurchev. What a lineup. Now, you're lucky at home because you can choose whatever mat you want. So don't be tied into us entirely. You can choose whichever of the mats you want to watch. And there should be a little note underneath the screen telling you who's been on, who is on, and who is coming on. So that information should be available for you. Papinashvili leads Engelmeyer by 2 Yukos down on mat number 3. Minute 50 odd left in that. Csernoviczki trailing by Wazari here with 2 minutes to go. Here's David McFall.
But Csernoviczki girl is really, she's got her work cut out here. I mean, she's got 2 minutes. She can definitely do it. And Laborde's got to be careful here. As Dave Brown was pointing out, you know, this idea of just cruising here is just not going to fly. She's got 2 minutes. She's got 3 penalties to her. And this looks ugly. And it looks like she might pick up her 4th despite the Waza-ari.
Well, you see, there's a minute 42 to go. And what she can't do is to cope with the power gripping, a pressure game that Csernoviczki is bringing now.
Well, again, like what Dave Brown was saying, the other problem with going in that defensive cruise mode is the fact that if you do find yourself tied up again, switching back into offensive mode is pretty hard.
She's only got to put her head down once more and drop, and that'll do. Azari, end of game, because she's now 3 Shidos down.
Yep.
Or 2. She trailed
and
by
it
2
just
Shidos.
exactly, I want to say I called it, but
she just got overpowered.
Yeah.
Oh, only Yuko. Ooh. Doesn't matter. There's well over a minute to go. So. Blocked easily and on the arm. Stronger.
Yeah, there's a term in American football they call prevent defense, which is basically the same idea of basically defending by trying to prevent your opponent from being offensive. And the problem, as John Madden, the analyst, would say, is the problem with defend defense is it prevents you from winning the game. I mean, you lock yourself into that defensive mentality, and quite often it will come back to bite you. I'm still looking at blue. What we look like a little bit of an injury here.
She hit her head on the way down. Here, watch.
Oh, yeah. That'll ring the bells a little bit.
Almost a knockout blow there.
And now blue is coming on pretty strong here.
Well, just that 2 seconds break, you know, is enough to give you a little bit of wind, and that's what she needed. She really does have a headache, doesn't she?
Yeah. You know, she's probably some black stars. And
yeah.
And it's a shame because she'd just gotten back to the game here.
Almost.
Yep. Well, she's got less than half a minute here to see if she can put this together. Blue's got to stay active, and that's going to help her there. That little turn in wasn't the crispest of turn-ins, but it looked active enough.
Well, there are times when the Hungarian coach is going to be asked to keep really quiet. He won't want to get ejected. And that's it. That's done. That was so poor. No. Any other day of the week, that's a false attack.
Yep.
That one was a false attack.
It was grab and drop. She just dropped to her knees. It didn't.
And now he's going to be invited to leave. And
interesting camera angle.
oh.
Laborde is going to get through here with the skin of her teeth. Shouldn't say so with the Waza-ari up there, but looking at all those penalties and the possibility of her disqualifying herself.
You see, the difficulty for the coach here is that what's happening is he's going to be asked, if you ask him what it was that you wanted, what he wanted was for his opponent to get penalized. That's what he's asking for.
Right.
You know, at the same time that you want your player to throw, you can't be begging for the penalties to win it. Right, let's go to mat number 2. Takato Naohisa of Japan. Go to mat number 2. Takato Naohisa of Japan.